guys, welcome to Lila's Best Eats, where I'm always doing it right. On this channel, I'll show you how to eat the food you love. I'll show you, of course, how to do it in a fashion that's healthy, beneficial to your body, and if you follow my channel, you know I'll show you how to do it without compromising the flavor or the integrity of the food. And in today's video, you guys, we're going to be getting into an easy, popular Mediterranean recipe that some people love and some people just can't stand. I actually used to be one of those people who couldn't stand this recipe, but after trying a good friend of mine's recipe who owns a Mediterranean restaurant, it actually grew on me. And now I eat it at least once a week or every other week. The recipe I'm going to show you guys how to make today is how to make one of the best homemade hummus recipes. This homemade hummus recipe is not only simple and easy to make, but it's absolutely delicious. And once you try it, you won't want to buy store-bought again. So if you're a fan of hummus, if you're a fan of Mediterranean recipes, then this is definitely a video you shouldn't miss. To ensure that you don't, all you need to do is do yourself a favor and don't be shy. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell below. You'll get notified when I upload this homemade hummus recipe. And without any further ado, let's get to doing what Lila's Best Eats does best. Let's get into this easy homemade hummus recipe and let's get to doing it right. Okay guys, here are the ingredients needed for the homemade hummus. You'll need garbanzo beans, ground cumin, smoked paprika, tahini sauce, sea salt, olive oil, baking soda, a lemon, and garlic. For the exact measurement ingredients, you'll need one 15-ounce can of garbanzo beans, a half teaspoon of sea salt, a half teaspoon of ground cumin, a half teaspoon of smoked paprika, a half teaspoon of baking soda, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1/3 cup of tahini sauce, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil for garnishing, 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and 4 tablespoons of reserved bean juice divided. Okay guys, in the first step, add the beans to a saucepan over a medium-high heat, add enough water to completely cover the beans, then add the baking soda. Stir well until the baking soda has completely dissolved. Turn the temperature to high and bring the beans to a boil. Then reduce the heat to low and set a cook time for 15 minutes to allow the beans to simmer. Next, place a small bowl into the kitchen sink. Place a strainer over the top of the bowl. Pour the beans into the strainer. Separate the strainer from the bowl and discard the water. Then place a medium-sized bowl into the kitchen sink. Transfer the beans into the bowl. Fill the bowl closely to the rim with cold water. Use your hand to lightly agitate the beans to remove the outer skin. And here are those results. Use a small strainer to scoop and remove the outer skin from the bowl. And lastly, use your hand to cover the bowl to drain and remove the water. To prepare the hummus, pour the beans into the food processor. Add the olive oil. Then place the lid on top, lock and secure it. Select the blending option on the food processor and commence to blending. Then unlock, remove the lid, and use a silicone spatula to scrape the sides of the bowl to push down any beans that were not blended. Then place the lid back on top of the food processor and continue to blend for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then unlock, remove the lid once again and add the tahini sauce, lemon juice, minced garlic, ground cumin, smoked paprika, and sea salt. Next, place the lid back on top. Blend the seasonings for 2 to 3 minutes until they're well combined. Then unlock, remove the lid. Use the spatula to scrape the side of the bowl to ensure all of the seasonings were incorporated. Then place the lid back on top once again and continue to blend for 1 minute. Then turn the food processor off. Remove the plastic container from the chute. And while the food processor is running, add the first 2 tablespoons of reserved bean juice. Then turn the food processor off, unlock, remove the lid, use a spoon to check the texture to make sure that the hummus is both smooth and creamy. Place the lid back on top one last time. If the hummus is still thick, measure 1 tablespoon at a time of the remaining bean juice. And while the food processor is running, add that additional tablespoon to the hummus. Then turn the food processor off, unlock and remove the lid for the final time. Separate the bowl from the base, remove the blade from the bowl. Use the spatula to scrape off any hummus that may have gotten stuck to the blade and transfer the homemade hummus from the bowl onto a serving plate of your choice. Use the spatula to spread the homemade hummus out into one even layer, and here are the final results. Use a spoon to create a well in the center of the hummus, then garnish with olive oil. Sprinkle on some smoked paprika, and top it off with fresh parsley flakes. Once the homemade hummus is done, here are the final results. The texture should be thick, but not too thick. It should have the perfect consistency, and it should be perfectly garnished with the right amount of olive oil, smoked paprika, and fresh parsley flakes. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share my content, let people know. Lila's Best Eats is always doing it right. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys again next time.